Hello again everyone, this is 韆Яրաヂաւուխ. This is the Chapter 3 recording of the 4th edition, and in this video we're going to learn how we're going to write the letter, how we're going to pronounce the letter with the vowel, and how we're going to connect the letters together from right to left. In this chapter, again that's Chapter 3, here what we're going to cover. By the way, this is the first part of Chapter 3 because we're going to cover 3 groups in each part. So group 1, 2, and 3, remember that the alphabet in Syriac are divided to 6 groups. The 22 letters, so we're going to cover only the first 3 groups in this video, and the second part is going to be the last 3 group. Here are the group Alep, the first group Abgad, the second group Hawas, the third group Ɂđộ. So if you look at each one, the first one is made of 4 letters, the second one is made of 3 letters, and the third one is made of 3 letters. So total we're going to cover today is 10 letters with the 7 vowels. And by the way, the 7 vowels that will be repeated with every single letter we're going to learn in the future in the second part. So that is going to be kind of make sure that we remember or memorize the sounds of each vowel with the letter. So let's just move on to open the file for the first group here. So the way I'm gonna use here, we're gonna study each letter, okay, in the first page as you see here. And we're going to learn about that letter because some letters, they have some grammar, so we need to pay attention to those letters. They have a special grammar because they're going to help us a lot in reading and also in the grammar when we're going to learn the conversation. And then the second page is going to be like how we're going to write the letter. When I'm going to show you writing the letter, I'm going to switch the screen to digital board so I can use my digital board to write and show you how we're going to write the letter. And then here we're going to learn how we're going to pronounce that letter with the vowel, the 7 vowels, and then you can write those as well with the vowels, so for more practice. So we're going to go to the first page here. The first group Abgad, the first letter of the first group is Alep. Alep. And as you see here, Alep is this one is the Eastern dialect, and this one is the Estrangila. Eastern Estrangila. Eastern Estrangila. Okay, so for each letter you're going to see exactly why that letter was shaped in this form. Okay, so kind of historical information about the letter and why it was shaped like this one. So I'm going to leave that one to you because I need to move on to save some time and move on to the topic itself. As we learned before in Chapter 1 or Chapter 2, sorry, in the first video, we learned that Alep is comparable to the A in English, and the numeric value we learn also is 1. So as a numeric value is 1, but the number name for 1 is 噚ա for male, ﷺ, 噚ա, and Ղδά for female, ղδά for female, նակვა. So when I'm going to say the number name for numeric value 1 is 噚ա for male, ղδά for female. The Alep, this is a grammar, Alep has no sounds without a vowel. making it silent by itself, especially where falls at the end of the word. So, by the way, all the noun and adjective, all nouns and adjectives in Syriac, they end with, let's say, because maybe there is some exception here and there, but 99% of the nouns and adjective, they end with Alep, and Alep is silent. That is a very good comment, and you need to know about this fact in Syriac. Common names, okay, common names here, and adjectives is with the Alep, as I mentioned here. Alep has the sounds of the vowel which applied on it. So when I have a vowel on the Alep, so the sounds of Alep with the vowel is going to be the same as the vowel. So for example, ασκάπα is a, long a, فتاحة short a, ẓαμψίqa or ẓαμακishya a, ռواحة o, ռواصة u, ḥwasa e. So that's what is going to be the sounds of Alep with these vowels. Because Alep is the first letter is silent when has no vowel, so it's going to be the first of the three weakest letter we have in the Syriac. When they have no vowel, they are silent, especially at the end. And I'm going to cover that one when we're going to come across those other two letters. Alep is one of those unjoined, before I'm going to go there, Alep never appears in a proper noun, in the middle of the proper noun, so it's going to be either at the beginning or at the end. So, for example, for male names and female names, the proper noun, that's what I mean by proper noun, cannot be in the middle, cannot fall in the middle. So if you see that there is an Alep in the middle of the proper noun, so that name originally is not a Syriac word, has no roots, or the root of that name is not a Syriac name. For example, when I'm going to say Mark, especially for those they speak English and their name is Mark, I'm going to mark it, I'm going to write it like this one here, Mark. So Mark, do you see that the middle Alep here, okay, is silent. I have no vowel on it, so it's silent based on the rule or the grammar we just covered in a minute. So that is going to make it silent here. Alep is one of the 8 unjoined letter, means they does not join from the left, and it's when it's going to be not joined from the right, it's going to stand alone. Here in this table, you will see how we're going to write the Alep in the Syriac, Eastern Syriac. This is how it's going to look like when it's stand alone, and this one when it's joined to the right, okay. And again, at the end, it's going to join at the end, or it's going to stand alone. When this one is isolated, that's means stand alone, it's going to look like this one. For ystrangyla, it's the same thing, almost how it's going to look like. Alright, so here, how we're going to write Alep. Let me just show you. First, I'm going to start with the Eastern Syriac. Writing those, you can use this space here to write the Alep, and I'm going to show you I'm going to switch the screen to the digital board, and then I'm going to start writing the ystrangyla as well, so you can write it here. So this area here is going to be for all letters, and you're going to have to write and practice that one too. And when I'm going to apply the vowels with the letters, you just try to write the letter with the vowel, and also in the same time listen to the sounds of each one, how it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to switch and I'm going to cover those two here. So Alep, it stands above the line. Let's say those are the lines here, so it's going to be like this one, line like this one, and then I'm going to bring something here. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is just like the board. When you move your hand, it's going to look like different here. So it looks like number 2 in English. The only thing we have a dot above. I'm sorry. So here, just I'm trying to control this digital board. So ystrangyla is gonna be this way here. Alep, 2 lines like this one, and then coming from the top in this way. Looks like pi in Greek. Here we go. So if I'm gonna write it both of them again, this is Alep ystrangyla. I'm sorry, Eastern dialect. And this one is the ystrangyla. Let's just apply the vowels. So in the bottom of that page, okay, when you have the vowel with the Alep, so if I'm gonna have Alep, vowel apply only to Eastern dialect, so we're gonna have use this one on the Eastern dialect only. So this is Alep with a skapa, Alep with the skapa, Alep with the птаха, Alep with the птаха, Alep with the ẓľāmapshīqa, short I, Alep with the ẓļāmaqishya, Alep with the ẓļāmaqishya, again, Now if I'm gonna write Alep with ﷺ, remember that ﷺ is O, ﷺ, O, again, or with the ﷺ, O. So I can use here with the ῥwasa, oo, with the ṟwasa, oo, with the ḥwasa, with the ḥwasa, So let's just write all of them together. Alep with the skapa, with the птаха, with the ẓļāmapshīqa, with the ẓļāmaqishya, with the ṛwāḥa, O, with the ṛwāsa, U, and with the ḥwāsa, I'm sorry for this one. This one should be like this, with the ḥwāsa, That's for Alep. If we're gonna go now back to this one, the next one is Beth. And Beth is the second one. It was shaped like this one based on this information here. Beth is a B in English, and I have 2 grammar. Pay attention to those 2 grammars. When a single dot is placed above the letter Beth, like this one here, it has a hard B sounds, like B. And when a single dot placed underneath the letter, like this one here, okay, that single dot there, it becomes soft and it has the sounds W, like in ⵛουάვა. cewa means neighbor. cewa. Do you see here the 2 Beth and the red are dot underneath them, so they're going to be sounds of W, so it's going to be cewa. Both of them, they have the skapa sounds, cewa. The numeric value of Beth is 2, and the number name is tre for male, or ẓļātīṭe for female. Beth is a preposition letter and means with, by, at, or in when it joined the noun. Okay, when it joined at the beginning of the noun. We're going to learn more about this one in chapter 4. Just remember, this one is a preposition letter and means with, by, at, in. It depends on the statement. And again, we're going to cover that one in chapter 4. Beth connects to any letter which follows it. When it is a medial letter, it is joined on both sides if the one before from right to left joined from left. How exactly the Beth is going to look like in a letter? This one, when it's at the beginning or a middle, it's going to look like this one. At the end, when it's joined to the one before, it's going to look like this one. And when it's joined to the standalone, does not join to the one before, it's going to look like this one. When it stands by itself, it's going to be isolated like this one. So that's how it's going to look. By the way, it's the same shape for strangula. So that is going to be save a little bit time. So just go back to this one here, and we're going to start learning how we're going to write Beth. And Beth again is above the line like Alep, and it's like this one, Beth. This is Beth, easy, Beth. Nothing for strangula, so I'm just gonna keep drawing this one for more, and then I'm gonna apply the vowels. You can apply that one for the vowels. For example, Beth is B with the sqapa, ba, ba with the فتحة, B with the zlam bshiqa, B with the open E, zlam qishya, Bo with the rwaha, Bu with the rwasa, and then B with the hwasa. So again, ba, ba, b, be, bo, bu, bi. That's for Beth. Let's just move on to Gamal. Oh, before we're gonna go to that one here, I can have a few words are made from the first two letters. Okay, we have covered so far. And again, this is going to be all the style from now on. If there's any words, and also sometimes I'm going to have, or you're going to have some statements made of the word we already covered. So here, for example, the first line to the right is the Syriac, the word here, for example, those, and the syllable for each one of them. Okay? And you have a space to write those and the meaning here at the end for English word. Sorry. So the first one is ab, ab, ab. Okay, ab, and it's one syllable, so it's going to be no dot in between the letters. So it's going to be ab, like this one. The second one, awa, awa. Look at the syllables. Awa, awa. Okay, awa means father, father. The next one, which is made also from these two letters, baba, ba. And the syllable, two syllables here, ba, baba, means dad. Okay, and the last one, biba. You see, this one is with the hwasa, the vowel hwasa, ba. Again here with the syllable ba, biba. Okay, That's the few words, 4 words we have are made from the 2 letters so far we covered. Okay, Gamal is the 3rd letter, okay, and is a G in English, okay. And we have one grammar here for Gamal. Remember that some letters, they have a grammar, so we need to know all these grammars to improve our reading. When a single dot is placed beneath the letter or underneath the letter Gamal, okay, like this one here, okay, it becomes soft and does not have the compatible sounds in English. Most of the time it gives the GH when it's to make it as an English word. The sounds of this one is R. Again, R. Okay? When you have a single dot underneath it, sounds is R. For example, pagra, pagra, pagra. Pagra means body. The numeric value of Gamal is 3, and the name number or the number name is ثلاثة for male, urza, and طلث for female. ثلاثة طلث. There is no letter and sounds of the J and G as in 훠ЯΝA. Okay, for example, here J and G as in ݹΝΑ in Syriac. So the sounds of J and G don't have in Syriac. You can use the modifier. So we're going to use the modifier, okay, like we put the Gamal and the tilde. Do you see that symbol there underneath that the Gamal? That is sounds of J and G as in ݹΝΑ, okay, to represent the J and G letters and sounds in a reading and writing in Syriac. For example, Jacob is going to be like Jacob, Jacob. 긱ЯΝA, okay, 긱ЯNA, 긱ЯNA. And you remember here, this one, the ḥwasa has ݹݹݹ, ⵊΙΑΝA, just like we learned before, Elia and of some other ear, okay, from the last video. As I mentioned before, all biblical proper noun have different pronunciation in Syriac from their English version. For example, Jacob is Ya'qub, Ya'qub in Syriac. Gamal connects to any letter which follows it, and this is how exactly it's going to look like in a word that is in the middle when it joined. This one here when it joined, sorry, and when it stand alone. At the end, when it join at the end, this one is to the right, okay, and when it stand alone, like this one here. Here, Gamal is the same as strangilo, so I'm gonna switch the board to write the Gamal with the vowel too, so just follow my steps here to write it. Gamal have, it's made of 2 lines. The first line is like 45 degree going underneath the line, sorry, 45, and then a small line here. Again, and I apologize for not being able to control this one because might have rest on the board. Okay, so this one is Gamal. See, this part goes underneath the line if you have a line. And you can do it either way, like this one here, or you do first this line and then this line. I really do not care how you're going to write it because each one is going to have his own or her way of writing the Syriac letter. The only thing I want you to memorize, this is Gamal. Okay? And if I'm going to apply the vowel with the Gamal, Gamal is G, as no sounds or no vowel. And I'm going to say ga with the sqapa, ga with the pthaha, g with the zlama bshiqa, ge with zlama qishya, go with the rwaha, gu with the rwasa, and then this one gi with the hwasa. So this one is a ga, ga, ge, ge, go, gu, gi. Let's see if we have any words, okay, from the three letters we have learned. We have three words, honestly, made up from the letters we have covered so far. Baga, ba-ga, ba-ga. Okay, I'm not gonna read the English anymore for you guys. This is for you. You can pause this video anytime you see I'm going fast, because I have to go fast. You can review this one or pause the video and do the writing as well. The second one is bagh. Look at the gamal. Both gamal here are sounds of gh because it has the single dot. Bagh. And the third one is gabba. Gabba. The last letter of this group is dalath. Okay, dalath has the Syriac, Eastern Syriac, and Strangilo. Okay, it is a D in English, and we have one grammar about this letter. When I have a single dot, you see here in this book is going to show it next to the line underneath it. You know, this is the sounds of TH in English. The, like in the. Okay, like when we say the. Numeric value for dalath is 4. The name of that number is arba for male, urza, arbe for female, naqwa. Dalath is a proposition. Also like beth, dalath is a proposition letter and means of which, who. And we're going to study more about this one in chapter 4. By the way, this dalath and beth, the two proposition letters, they join the noun at the beginning. Okay, they join the noun at the beginning to make the proposition of meaning wherever that letter means. Dalath is one of those unjoined letter which never connects to any letter follows it. Okay, remember we have 8. So this is how it's gonna look like in a word, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna write the dalath, and then we're gonna apply the vowels, and then come back and study the words we have for dalath. Okay, so dalath, the Eastern dialect, it's above the line. So small line like, I'm gonna put that one blue, small line, and then it comes like this, and short line underneath it. That is dalath. That is dalath. If I need to make the sounds of dalath like the th, we're gonna put dot underneath it. Here, next to the line. Again, dalath. That is the Eastern dialect. One more time. Here. Dalath. And for Estrangila, I'm going to write it in a new line here. Estrangila is going to look like this one, above the line, and dot underneath, or here. That's the Estrangila. Daleth with the vowel. Okay, daleth with the vowel. This is daleth with the σκάπα. Daleth sounds as d with no vowel. With the σκάπα, da. With the Ŋάχα, da. With the YAMAPSHIQA, d. With the YAMAQISHYA, de. With the Ռواḥα, do. With the ՌواSA, do. And finally with the ḥواSA, d. So with the long A, σκάπα, da. Short A, ÄÄ, da. Short I, YAMAPSHIQA, d. Open E, YAMAQISHYA, de. Ռواḥα, o, do. Sorry, do. And ՌواSA, o, do. Do. And ḥواSA long E, d. The words made of the 4 letters so far we covered. Baghdad, Baghdad. You see here the gamal is a gh and has no vowel, so it's going to join the first letter from right, has the vowel which is beth to make the syllable. Bagh, Baghdad. And the second daleth has no vowel, so it's going to be joining the one has vowel. Baghdad, Baghdad. Gdada, Gdada. Gamal at the beginning has no vowel, so it's going to look at the second one which has the vowel, so it's going to be Gdada to make the syllable. Gda, Gdada. Gouda, Gouda, Gouda. Dewa, Dewa. Look at Alep is in the middle, okay, because this one is not a proper noun. Okay, it's going to be in the middle, but is silent, has no vowel. So it's going to be Dewa, Dewa. Beth, dot underneath it is sounds W, so it's going to be Dewa. The next one is Dibba, Dibba, Dibba. Some of the short statement. Biba, we learned this one from second vowel. Biba ad Baghdad. Biba ad Baghdad. You see, daleth here means of. Like we learned that is a proposition, means of. Biba ad Baghdad. Could be this one here in English, or means of, as the canal of Baghdad. Okay? Dibba Udewa, Dibba Udewa, Dibba Udewa. Now you see here, this is wow, is also proposition and means and that's what we're going to cover in the second group of the letters. Dibba Udewa. The second group is made of 3 letters, he, wow, and zain. He, wow, zain. By looking at this group, you're going to know that these 3 letters are unjoined letter. Means they do not join from left. Do you see the gap between he and wow? And also between wow and zain? Those are, they do not join from left. So the first letter of this group is he. He is Syriac is like this one. Strangila is going to be look like this one. And the name is he. Okay, he is H in English, an H in English. Numeric value for he is 5. The number name is ŊÁშια, ÂΝτραύσια for male, Խάμμις for female. Խάμშια male, Խάμμις female. And is unjoined letter, as I mentioned just a minute ago. And this is how exactly it's going to look like in the word. Okay, and let's just practice he for both is Syriac and Estrangila for he, and then we're gonna move on to the vowel and then the words we have so far from the letters we have covered so far. He is above the line and exactly look like a G, small g when we have it in English. Okay, G, we write G is like this in English, but the only thing here is gonna be from right to left in this form, like a G laid down to the left. I'm sorry, here, that is he, and does not join from this side. Okay, does not join. So that's I'm just giving some explanation here as well. He. He as a strangila is the same as he, this one, but what we do not close the gap or circle here. What are we going to do? We're going to leave it open. For example, here we go, and we're going to do it like this. I know my writing is not going to be exactly as the book, but at least you know what I'm talking about, because the font was made for computer, and with the handwriting really is going to be different. So here with the skapa, here it sounds h, with the skapa long a ha, with the pthaha short a ha, with the zlama bshiqa he, with the zlama qishya he, with the rwaha ho, with the rwasa hu, and with the hwasa he. Ha, ha, he, he, ho, hu, he. Words are made of the letters so far we have learned. I have 3 words and 2 statements. Gaha, 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 gaha. Daha, 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 daha. And the last one, habawa, ha, ba, wa, habawa, habawa. Okay, the words or the statement here is I have guda dhabawe, guda dhabawe. Pay attention to those 2 dots next to each other above the line, above the letter. We're going to just study this is a grammar. So guda dhabawe and gaha tkhamish, gaha tkhamish. Okay. About the 2 dots, here I have a grammar. When you see 2 big dots next to each other, okay, above the letter or over the letter, like here in this example we have it over beth, okay, letter, means this word is in a plural form. Means, so this one is in a plural form, and we have some grammar, how we're going to shape that one, and we're going to study that one in chapter 4, next chapter. So when we're going to study about the plural masculine and feminine, and how we're going to form this from plural from singular and masculine, feminine from masculine, or the other way, so that is what we're going to be covering chapter 4. Guda dhabawe, gaha tkhamish. The next letter is waw. Waw is a circle just like O in English, and it is W. Okay, the sound is w. Numeric value is 6. Numeric value of waw is 6. And the number name of 6 is ishta, ishit, ishta, ishit. Waw is the second letter of the three weakest letter, and really when falls at the end of the word, no vowel is going to be silent. Okay, it's going to be silent at the end of the word. Waw is a preposition letter and means and, which is the joining, to join two statements together. We use w, wow. Chapter 4 is going to talk more about this one in details. Waw is unjoined letters, does not join from left. I have two grammars here. Two of the vowels are derived from the letter waw. That's where we learned before, right? When I have a single dot above the waw, is a vowel, not anymore a letter like this one here, and it becomes the vowel ŒNGLISH. The sound is O. When a single dot underneath the letter, or under the letter, like this format here, is a vowel ЈΑΣΑ, and the sound is oo, long O, oo. How exactly the waw is going to join, it's going to show in a word. This is how it's going to show in the word. In the middle, when it's joined, it's going to look like this one. When it does not join, it's going to look like this one here. At the end too, when it joins, it's going to look like this one. When it does not join, it's going to look like this, like an isolated letter. It's the same for Estrangilo, so I'm going to switch the board here. And I think I don't need to show you how we're going to write waw. Waw is O in English. It's above the line. It just came up above the line. Okay, just like O in English. And the sound is W. W with no vowel. So if I'm going to apply the vowel wa with the skapa, wa, with the pthaha, w, with the Islam bshiqa, we, Islam qishya, wo, with the rwaha, woo, woo, with the rwasa, we, with the hwasa. Words are made of 6 letters we have covered so far. Awu, 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 he, ayi, 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 she, wawa, wawa, wawa is the barking, the sounds, and that is kind of used in a classical word, wawa, and wahdha, 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 wahdha. Okay, statement here, awu ilid ishta, awu ilid ishta. Look at this one. When I add daleth, which is a preposition here, of, means of, to the number, regular number, I can use the ordinal number like first, second, third, and so on. So here it says the 6th. We're going to study this one in chapter 5 in more details. Okay, so I would like to comment that one too here. Awu ilid ishta, ay ilad ishit, ay ilad ishit. And this is a good practice to use the number in a male and female, or masculine and feminine form. The next one, the last letter of this group, is Zain. Zain is a Z in English. Okay. I have a few grammar here. When Zain is followed by the cap, this is another letter we're going to learn. Okay, cap. And Qop, another letter, cap and Qop. Okay. The letter Zain pronounced as S instead of Z. Example, Skharya. Do you see Skharya in here? Skharya. And the vowel skapa, we say skapa, skapa. And another word here, skipa, skipa. The numeric value is 7. The name number is ՇΑმაგრ for male, Յάννη for female. Does not join from left, just like the other two in this group. And this is how it's going to look like. Looks like comma in English. Okay? And this is how it's going to join, or it's going to show in the word. Try to write that one here. I'm going to just switch the board and apply, write the zain and also vowel with zain. It's look like a comma, and it's going to be half of it is above the, you can put it above the line like this one, or sometimes it's going to be under the line, doesn't matter. Lily looks like a comma in English. Okay, with zain, with no vowel is z. With a skapa, za, za, z, ze, zo, zu, zi. So za, za, z, ze, zo, zu, zi. Words. Okay, here are za, za, z, ze, zo, zu, zi. Okay, and words are made of the 7 letters so far we have covered. Wazza, the first one, wazza. Okay, here is wa, za, wazza. Zawa, zawa. Zabba, zabba, zabba. Zubda, 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 zubda. Zuza, 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 zuza. Example here as a statement, wazza ila bzawa, wazza ila bzawa. The third group we're going to cover today in this part is ḥaṭṭī, made of 3 letters, ḥēth, ṭēth, and yoth. The first letter is ḥēth, ḥ. ḥ looks like a small w, okay, ḥēth, and this is exactly how it's going to look like in a word. And let's just study about this ḥēth. The numerical value of ḥēth is 8. By the way, I don't have any English sounds for this guy, for this letter. So ḥ, ḥ, and also has another sounds in the spoken language, х. By the way, we're gonna cover those as well. Numeric value is 8. ثمانية for male, ثمانية for female. Connects from both sides. Okay, ḥēth connects from both sides. However, it says also it has a sounds like of kh, ch, as in Schumacher in German language. Schumacher. Okay. It is by using a modifier, by placing a big dot above the letter ḥēth like this one. So in this book, every time you're going to see ḥēth and dot above, a single dot like this one above, it's going to read ch. Only for reading and writing. You have to know that we are using this one, this style, to use the modifier for reading and writing. When you speak, you don't need to say ch is ḥēth above, dot above. Everyone is going to understand you for that one. When the letters stand alone, the short horizontal, all these information are good to know how it's going to look like. So in a word, this is how it's going to be in the middle of, or at the beginning of the word. By the way, at the beginning always is going to join to the left, but in the middle, this is how it's going to join from the right, okay, and also join from the left. And it's almost the same, or the same in Strangila. So we're gonna write ḥ is like a small w, nothing really, just very short. In English we write w just like this one. Okay, here we're gonna do it from right to the left with a small, like this, ḥ. Again, the purpose of this one is to know this is ḥ for reading. For writing, believe me, you're gonna have your own style with that one. And that is ḥ. If I'm gonna put big dot above for reading and writing here, that's mean is х, the sounds х. ḥ, the sounds of ḥ is ḥ with no vowel. So if I'm gonna put ﷺ, it's gonna be ha. ḥ, 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 ḥ. So ha, ḥ, 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 ḥ. It's good if you're going to repeat that one after me, so you're going to remember all these vowel sounds with the letter. Again, those are the vowels. I'm going to read it again here. Ha, ha, h, h, ḥ, no, sorry, ḥ, ḥ, ḥ. Some words here, xa, you see that's dot above, the big dot. By the way, when we have a pthaha and the sounds of ḥ is х with the this big dot, so the big dot is gonna override the upper, or the upper dot of the pthaha. So it's gonna look like this one, xa, xa. Dalat is silent. We learned that dalat is silent because it has that line above. For female, غذا, غذا, غذا. Here is hawa. The sound is hawa. I don't have the big dot above ḥ, so it's going to be ḥ, hawa. حبة, حبة, حبة. خوذا, خوذا, خوذا. خوة, 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 خوة. حبة, دبابة, حبة, دبابة. غذا, خوذا, غذا, خوذا. The next one is طيف. Okay, again, I don't have anything for English, and heavily accent T, t, t. Okay, numeric value is 9. تشأ for male, tisha for female, and طيف connects from both sides, and this is how it's going to look like in a word. How are we going to write طيف? طيف is a line above, like this one, straight line above, and then a small triangle going down, and 45 going up. طيف. طيف is t without any vowel, with the ﷺ ta, pthaha ta, zlama pshiqa t, zlama qishya t, zlarwaha to, arwasa tu, and then ൿ샤티. 타, 타, 트, 테, 토, 투, 티. Words we have, again, these are with a vowel. Ta, ta, t, te, to, tu, ti. Tu, ti. Words. Tawa, tawa. Tubba, tubba. Twiwa, twiwa. Towa, towa. Example, baba tawa, baba tawa. The next letter of this group, the third group, is yod. Yod is a Y. This is exactly how is the yod is going to look like. By the way, is the smallest letter, and Jesus mentioned this letter in Bible. Yod, it looks like a small U, as in English U. Okay, and let's study this guy. Let's see letter. Yod is Y in English. Okay, and we have one grammar here, one single dot under Yod in this way is gonna make it as a vowel or a vowel, and the sounds of this vowel is long E, E, and the name of this vowel is ḥwasa. The numeric value of Yod is 10. The number name is ﷺ for male, ﷺ for female. Note, beginning with Yod, each coming letter is going to count by 10 till 100. So, now, after we learn Yod, which is 10, and we already learned from 1 to 9, so we can apply the, or we can learn the numeric value of 11 to 19 by using Yod to the right. You know, remember that we are right to left language, so Yod is going to be to the right and Alep to the left, like here the one is show, and this one Alep to the left. Yod Alep means 11, which is Łدέσσερ. By the way, from 11 to 19 is the same for male and female, so Łدέσσερ. And Yod He, like here, Yod He, so it's going to be 15, ⵅምሻሰር, խምሻሰር, խምሻሰር, խምሻሰር. Yod Teth, Teth is 9, so is Yod is 10, Yod Teth 19, ＴIشዓሰር, ΤIشዓሰር. The first part, of course, if you look at this 11 to 19, is going to be the singular one, the masculine form of the singular from 1 to 9, and the second one is the feminine form of ﷺ. ﷺ. As I mentioned before, we're going to study more about the numbers in Chapter 5, and we're going to go in deep with all these numbers. Yod is the last of the three weakest letters, so we have, this is the third one. When it falls at the end, no vowel is silent. So Alep, Waw, and Yod are those, the three letters are the weakest. When they have no vowel in certain cases, they are silent. Those three letters, they're gonna together they give the sounds of oi. Yod connects from both sides, and really it's gonna look like this one here in a word. So here I'm gonna write the Yod for switching the board. Yod again is like a small U, English U. Here you go. This is the English U. U. Okay. So 욥 is from right to left. We're gonna do it like this, and when it join, looks like very. It's gonna look like here to join, and this one is gonna be straight. So 욥, small u, and the 욥 is y, with y, with no vowel. If I'm gonna have the skapa, it's gonna be ya, with the pthaha ya, with the zlama bshiqa y, with the zlama qishya ye, with the rwaha yo, with ṟያSA you, and with the ḥwasa ye. So ya, y, ye, yo, you, ye. Let's go to the vowels again here. Ya, ye, yo, you, ye. Some words, I have 3 words here. ṭawya, okay, ṭawya. Yubawa, yod. Example, ısra, toye. That is for this part of chapter 3, and I will see you in second part of chapter 3.